This is 1.5a part 3. So in this part, we're looking at slightly more complex equations. Oops, I'll make this a bit bigger. So here we have an exponent outside of our brackets. You need to make sure this exponent goes to all three things inside your bracket. So here we get -5 squared. And then we have a. So here we're going to have a -2 multiplying with a 2. So we get -4. And then we have -4 multiplying with 2. So that becomes -8. So now we're going to do 5 squared, and then there's a negative sign in front of it, so that becomes a -25. And we have a to the -4, b to the -8. Now we need to take these that have a negative exponent and we're going to change where they are. So here they're on the top and everything's over 1 because there's nothing on the bottom. So these are going to go down to the bottom. So we get -25. That doesn't move. A to the 4, b to the 8. And that's our final answer for this one. Next one here. Now you have to be careful here. We have brackets, but we have a 4 in front of our brackets. So this 3 only affects what's inside the brackets. So these two get multiplied together. It does not impact the 4 at all. So here we get 4x. So 2 times 3 gives us 6. And then we have x to the -4. So we want to combine our like terms. So here our x's are going to combine. So we have 4x to the 6. And then we get -4. So that turns into 6 plus 4. So we have 4x to the 10. That's our final answer for that question. This next one here. So we have 7 to the 7, x. Oh, this x means times, I think. Yeah, so in here they're using these x's not as a letter x, but as times. A little bit confusing. So here we have 7 to the 7, and then we have plus -3, so I can plus -3. And then the ones on the bottom, we subtract, so -4 for this one. And then -1. So I can rewrite that as 7 to the 7 -3 -4 plus 1. And when I add those all up, we get 7 to the 1. Or we can just write that as 7 with no exponent. And that's our final answer. Down here, we have a negative and then a 2. So you have two options. You can multiply everything by -2, or you can get rid of the negative so you don't have to deal with negative exponents. And the way we get rid of a negative exponent here, when it's the whole thing inside is a fraction, is we flip our fraction. So this becomes 4d to the 3 over 5a to the 3 all to the 2. So instead of being to the -2, it's to the 2. Now this 2 multiplies all things inside the brackets. So the 4, the d, the 5, and the a. So we get 4 squared d to the 6 over 5 squared a to the 6. Okay. Then we can multiply these out. So 4 squared is 16 d to the 6, and 5 squared is 25 a to the 6. Okay, we can't simplify that any further, so that's our final answer. And that's it for this section. So you can go do your homework for this section now.